What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily Astrology Horoscope for Tuesday, January 21st, 2025. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all very much. I hope your week's off to a good start. Well, here's Tuesday, and if you thought the week started off intense on Monday, well, I got news for you. Tuesday doesn't really let off the gas pedal of intensity. It's still Pluto and the sun conjunct in Aquarius. The sun's just going to move to 2 degrees off that Pluto, so still a very tight conjunction, starting to separate, but the depth of the intensity of sort of a future connection, where are things going, where's the world going, what's humanity doing, it's deep, and we can want to really know psychology with people in our circles, in our communities, our tribe, if you will. There's like this deep question, like a deep why, and this moon coming into Scorpio today does not let off the gas pedal when it comes to this depth of feeling and this intensity that's kind of boiling. It's the third quarter square of the sun and moon. It's waning towards a new moon in Aquarius, but it's going to square Pluto and square the sun, and it's going into the underworld in many ways to find the best future, the best connection. It wants to get the best return on the investment of life and how to really pull value out. But it's hard because it's in such a deep place, and it's like, how deep do I have to dig to bring quality into life right now, to bring something committed, something reliable, something special into my life, into my future. So it's positive in a sense that we're digging deep today, and that's where a lot of the gems are found. It's like we're digging for that big gold nugget, but it's a lot of pressure. And the mind, Mercury at 19 Capricorn, squaring Chiron today, is not letting off the brakes either. And that Mercury's going to come to 20 degrees. It's in 3-degree orb to the opposition to Mars retrograde in Cancer. There's just so much we're trying to get down to the nitty gritty of within ourselves, and there's a ton of healing that can be realized. And it's almost like not expecting too much. It's almost like the more intense you expect something to just happen for the future, the more you're digging the hole deeper, when it's like the gold nugget, you passed it because you didn't sort of stop and dig in one spot. It's like, how deep do we need to go also? So that's the other thing, is like, how deep do we need to go within ourselves right now to figure out what we're trying to accomplish or receive from this reality, or what we're trying to earn. It's interesting, even, Venus, Saturn still together, and Venus working its way towards Neptune, and the North Node working its way towards Neptune. Just have to have the vision, have the dream, have the ideals set, and have the fairy tale kind of written out. But at the same time, like, it's one of those books where it's like there's so many different ways to get to the end of the book. It's almost like you get to choose your own path. So choose how deep you need to go. If you're going into a place where it's self-detrimental, where it's overly self-critical, where you feel like you're never going to get to what you want, or you're never going to understand your goals or your passions or your dreams, stop for a second and start, digging around you right now, instead of going deeper into a place of self-pity. I think today's interesting because it's like, don't pity life right now. Just dig around you, explore and investigate what's close by. And I think that that's where we find sort of the gold nugget of the future and the gold nugget of the day that can kind of bring the light at the end of the tunnel, that can kind of bring the hope that we're looking for. But we can pass that light up, maybe searching for something better, deeper, but we might not find it deeper. So there's this deep desire to go deep. But what we find down there, it's almost like if you look hard enough for something, you're going to find it. So it's like if you're looking for detrimental stuff, you'll find it. But if you're also looking for beautiful things and regenerative things in life right now, you can find those too. So it's a mindset thing, and that's where the healing's really coming from right now, is being able to understand our desires in a way that's balanced, in a way that we can use them and sort of integrate them. But if we're just looking for things that we don't even fully understand on how to integrate, then what's the point? And that can feel kind of self-defeating, and it can feel a little defeating in life as well. So be mindful of where you put your thoughts today. I think that that's important. There's a lot of depth of feeling, a lot of intensity. And And a lot of it's, the final chapter of this Capricorn lunation with this third quarter square. So a lot of it has to do with what we're trying to build and plans. A lot of it's dealing with future sort of ways to invent ourselves. And maybe we're getting a big ego, cleanse in some ways. And it can feel like a lot of the plans that we thought we wanted to really identify with are dissolving. But that's okay because there's more plans that can kind of get initiated, but we have to, I guess, be willing to go deeper within ourselves to get there. And today brings vibrational energy of that. So I hope you all have a great day. It's definitely an intense one. No denying that. But I hope you find your diamonds, find your gold. It's where, all that stuff happens is in the pressure. It also bursts pipes. So, don't beat yourself up mentally if your pipes are getting bursted and busted. It's just an opportunity to rebuild them and to refortify. Well, Page of Cups kind of just came out on the shuffle, so that's important. Yeah, I think instead of being just so emotionally like in this knowing, it's more important to be a little bit more youthful with what we're feeling and kind of explore different options and truths and different things that are around us right now, and to be able to try our best to express things that we're feeling. There could be a blockage with the Sun and Pluto in Aquarius, which is not an emotional sign, right? Even though Pluto's very emotional, it's hard to sort of understand emotion, and we could be wanting to maybe be very rebellious from our own emotions and feelings, but this Moon in Scorpio can't help but feel it. So, especially with Mars starting to oppose with Mercury starting to oppose Mars and square Chiron, like I think being able to express ourselves and be vulnerable is there's a ton of healing in that too, and I think the Page of Cups coming out like dials in that as well. So I love and appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful Tuesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.